Now, since this is a new show and we're getting into the midst of the Pro League, we have to go back and first talk about Division A. First thing to mention, no team is undefeated. Optic Gaming couldn't go a perfect 7-0. Rise Nation looked dominant with TJ Haley and Methods showing off their skills. Red Reserve looked like a legitimate threat, and Team Caliber looked vulnerable. So players, I have to ask, what are your thoughts on Division A? What's the biggest takeaway? And guess what? We're starting this one with Maven.
Thank you, Jack. For me, it's Rise Nation, man. You know, they only had 10 days to practice heading into New Orleans. I know they got third place, which is very impressive, but now I think you consider them maybe the best team in Call of Duty right now, and I think maybe even in Division A. I know Optic looked very good, but Rise, I think, has a higher ceiling. The way they've been improving, it's been phenomenal. Really, for me, it's been TJ Haley. This kid's a nut. Right now, in Search and Destroy, he has a 1.74 KD. He's almost beating teams by himself. With the way Methods has been playing, specifically in Hardpoint, and really just the respawns overall, you feel like if Methods is playing like that, and TJ is playing like that in Search and Destroy, they can hang with any team. I think this is a very scary opponent for any roster right now in the CWL. And for me, I'm excited to see where they can go. It's a likable team. It's a very talented team. I think the sky's the limit, man.
Okay, I like the argument. You definitely bring up some good points. But Benson, I've got to hear your piece.
Honestly, I actually agree with Maven there on Rise Nation. But it is worth mentioning, I don't think that is the biggest surprise for me. I look at a team like Red Reserve, for example, who a lot of people consistently underestimate coming through. I mean, they give up to Gaming their first loss. They look fantastic. I believe their hardpoint on London Docks is now at 12-2 overall as a map record, which is truly astonishing. Obviously, a lot of people talk about, oh, you know, Team Caliber, their record, Arden. Well, TK on the flip side is another team who, honestly, I think disappointed me a little bit. I really thought that their two high performances, the last two majors, were going to really follow through into the regular season. Not saying that they aren't performing well, because of course they are. They're still, you know, on that top side of the table. But I really thought they would be #1 at this point, Jack.
Well, you both bring up some good points. I do want to say, Maven, hearing what Benson has to say with Team Caliber and mentioning Red Reserve,
sure,
those are standouts for a lot of people right now. You're not on the same boat with him. You're still sticking with Rise?
No, I'm sticking with Rise. I think Red's been fantastic. I think it's interesting because Rise and Red are similar stories in the sense they both went off in New Orleans, and people are like, hey, are we going to see this same squad from both of them when we come into Division A? And I think to some degree you have, and you have seen both improve. But to Ben's point, I guess maybe we might be on different sides of Team Caliber. Yes, they've gone to a lot of Game 5s, but for Team Caliber fans and for most viewers, I don't think you have anything to worry about yet. Yes, some teams are maybe starting to catch up, but they may still be the team to beat. I will make the argument that Rise right now, for me, might be the best team in Division A, but Team Caliber, I don't think you need to be worried yet. I know it's a lot of Game 5s, but you've still only lost one of those. You got reverse swept in a final match of Division A's first couple of weeks. I think you still feel good if you're Team Caliber. They have a very strong team. They still have the clutch factor. They still have the talent. They still have the poise. I still feel good about TK.
Here's the thing, Jack.
Yeah.
Clint said one very, very important word there, which was yet. Yeah, that word sums up TK. How long is this going to last, though, Clint? That's the question. Is it going to be, you know, the next couple of weeks? Are they going to win Stage 1 playoffs, do you think? Or are they going to win the next major? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. They're being taken to all of these Game 5s. They're being outslayed now in Hardpoint, which is a huge, huge issue. Yes, okay, they're still winning some of those games where they are being outslayed, but traditionally, you know as well as I do, Clint, when teams start getting outslayed, they're going to start losing. It is as simple as that. Other teams are catching up. Look at Optic Gaming now in Hardpoint. They've learned to watch their kill cams. They've learned to play the game smarter.
The team that just lost 4 straight Hardpoints?
All right.
That's
the thing is, Ben, we're talking, we're reflecting on the final 2 weeks.
Hey, I'm trying to listen up. I decide the points. You both brought up some half-decent things. But listen, I'm giving the edge to Maven. In First Blood, the points are pretty close.
He's my roommate, Ben.
Okay?
You're screwed.
I have the ability to make up whatever points I want. So for this first one, I'm going to go off a point basis of about 10, right? Your best argument would be 10 points. Congratulations.
Okay.
I'm giving Maven 8 here. He did a good job of bringing up his stats. He also talked about, you know, the strengths of TJ and Methods. He did a good job fighting against your argument with TK. Ben, I did like how you brought up Team Caliber and how they've been looking just a little bit more flat. What I wanted to hear from you is how you mentioned their Game 5 win streak is over. You didn't bring that into effect. You mentioned, yes, they did lose that match, but you didn't talk about how the thing that they've been winning most off of and clutching up on big time was their Game 5 S&Ds. They finally lost one. There's a crack in the armor. That's where TK's beginning to falter. Ben, you get 6 points. But you know what? I'm actually going to give you one more because I like your accent. So it's 8-7, Maven in the lead. That just shows you how much power I have here, folks. I can decide the winner based off who I like more. No. Maven with the edge there
Our
in
host is
First
an idiot.
Blood.
He's biased.
All right, we have a 7-7 score. I'm deducting one from Maven for that point there.